Hey guys, happy Saturday. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying the day. At least if you're local near me, it's a beautiful day. You can see the trees and it's amazing. I'm just having one of those days. The last few days I've been pretty on it, feeling pretty amazing, and then woke up today and just felt like something was off, and I couldn't quite figure it out in the moment. We went to jiu-jitsu this morning and taught kids comp class, and I opted out of training because I have a little bit of a cold and I want to keep my training partners nice and healthy, so I opted out, and that was kind of a bummer because, as everybody knows, I am very active and jiu-jitsu is my happy place, almost like my therapy in a way. But as we were driving home, my husband was like, "Babe, what's going on? Why are you look miserable?" And I kind of I'm working on a thing to where if he asks me what's wrong, I tell him in the moment, because I have a habit of totally holding it in, shoving it down and not talking about it. It's just a thing I've done since I can remember, and it's never served me well. So I have been working on this. So I told him what I knew in that moment, what I was aware of in that moment, and he reacted the best way anybody could react, and that was to just not really react at all and kind of just let me talk, and he listened, and it was perfect because it kind of helped me in my next step. It doesn't help when your partner gets mad at you for feeling the way you feel, and for me it doesn't help when they overly try to help, because if I knew how to fix it, I would fix it. I would, try and figure it out. But he kind of just didn't see anything. We kind of just drove home, and I kind of realized that I needed to distance myself from them so I don't take it out on them. You know what I mean? Like, I need to fix what's wrong with me, and kind of just separate myself and sit in my feelings, sit and figure out why I'm feeling the way I feel. And so I decided to come here to Spring Lake. It's not too busy today, but the weather's, on and off, pretty awesome. So I'm kind of sitting here and I'm just thinking about why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling. And I feel like a lot of people, like, at least for me, it's kind of like anxiety, but not as extreme. When you get into that, you have that panic, it's so hard to get yourself out. Like, it's super hard. It takes so much practice, and it's just, those of you who know, when you're having the anxiety attack, sometimes there's just no coming out of it, and you kind of just have to ride the wave. It's always a work in progress, and I feel like when you have these days, it's kind of like the same thing, maybe not as extreme. At least for me, it's not as extreme today, but to catch yourself before you overreact to people, and kind of, I wanted to separate myself and sit in my feelings and figure out how I can fix this. And I feel that we tend to, at least for me, and I feel like for most people, that we tend to find it easier to take out on others instead of looking at ourselves. You know what I mean? It's easier to blame somebody else and, like, oh, that's it. Wash my hands. It's your fault. It's all your fault. Fuck you. It's all your fault. And then that's it. Then sometimes a lot of people feel better when they do that, but really that's not the case, because you're not fixing the problem. That problem's going to come back again. You know what I mean? That problem's going to come back again, and it's going to come from somebody else. So, like, we need to figure out what your issue is when you have these days. And for me, I think I figured it out. I think it's just, I realize I can't control some people, as much as I want to help them. I kind of have to take my own advice. Like, it's their journey, their truth. I can't control when they wake up to some things. You know, that's my problem, is I want to help some people wake up. But they have to want to do it. And I think that was what I was struggling with this morning as one of my problems, is that I need to just work on myself. But a fear of mine is expanding my consciousness, expanding myself and leaving somebody behind. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. But I have to have faith. You know what I mean? I know myself. I wouldn't leave somebody behind. So I kind of just had to go with the flow, and I reminded myself of that, and I felt a little bit better. And then the other thing that was bothering me was, it's the weekend. Some people enjoy the weekend, you know, TGIF Friday and all that, and I do enjoy the weekend when I'm busy. I love to be busy. I don't see, that's another thing to look into. Maybe I have issues with that. But I like when I sit on the couch at the end of the day, that I feel like, oh, it feels so good to sit down because I did so much stuff. And it doesn't have to be like super annoying busy work. Like, oh man, I did everything I love. You know, I was active. I was creative. I was loving, you know, I was playing with my kids. I did so much stuff today, and it feels so good to finally sit down. I don't like it when it's a non-busy day and I sit on the couch without have done anything. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like I accomplished anything, like there's something I needed to work on and I didn't do it. It bothers me. And I realized that, I've realized this before, but I think it kind of like, is etched in stone finally. I'm like, that's it. So I decided to come and reflect on that today. And I'm doing stuff. I'm doing, you know, going on a hike and talking to you guys and realizing a lot of things about myself. Every day is not perfect, but we can always fix our perspective on why, you know, like it doesn't have to be bad, but it doesn't have to be good, but it doesn't have to affect you in such a way that you're depressed on the couch. You know what I mean? Like I'm still in a funk mood. Like I'm still fucked up a little bit, but I feel good. Like I'm out here. I'm expressing myself to you guys, and hopefully some of you will understand how I'm feeling. You know, I don't expect to be 100%. Probably won't be 100% today, and hopefully tomorrow's better, and if it's not, it's just another work in progress. But yeah, that was my little tidbit. But you know, and like some Saturdays and Sundays we go to tournaments, we're super busy, you know, and so it's not like every weekend, but just like this weekend in particular, I don't want to be lazy and sit on the couch and watch TV, you know. I guess I could sit and read a book, which I probably will do later, or work on an art project or something, you know, just something to keep me busy and feel productive. But God, it's beautiful out here, isn't it? Look at all that, all by myself. But I hope you guys could get something out of this, and just know, I feel like it's very important people just don't share certain things because they're afraid of what people think. And again, you go back to that saying, like, fuck what people think. Like, for real, fuck what they think. It's not, you'd be surprised about how much you can relate to a lot of people, and how much they're going through is pretty much the same thing as what you're going through. They're just afraid to say it. They're afraid of being judged and looked at differently. And trust me, I second guess myself with this stuff all the time. Like, I'm scared that I'm making myself look like a fool, or, you know, but this is my truth and I'm gonna keep doing it. So have a happy Saturday, and I might talk to you guys tomorrow or Monday. So peace.